Welcome back, Officers of the Republic. Is your Coruscant Underworld Police Chief, APGAINS. We are joined by the illustrious It's Just Ian. Ian, how are you doing, my friend?
Doing pretty freaking good today, man. I am pumped to talk about the Mandos, so let's get
I
into it, bro.
I am too. If anyone is watching this video, yesterday I did a video with the Star Wars guy about a similar topic discussing the viability of Bo-Katan in and of itself, but today we're going to talk with Ian about the Mandalorian faction as a whole. Is it going to be viable? Should you farm it? If you're an early to mid-game player, is this a grind you want to get on right away? So right off the bat, I have open the 5 Mandalorian characters that are probably going to make up the Mandalorian team right off the bat. As you can see, there's no Jango and there's no Mandalorian. I still think they're going to be more viable in a strong bounty hunter team or Jango in a defensive separatist team. I still think those characters are not meant to be in this squad. We have the armor, we have Canderous, we have Sabine, we have Bo-Katan, and we have Bam, or Beskar Armor Mandalorian. I am on my girlfriend's account right now to illustrate how free-to-play players might need to take advantage of the new Mandalorian grind. Obviously, Bam is going to take forever. Ian, do you have Bam?
Dude, I got him solely for the fact of getting my tier 6 crates for the Galactic Challenge, but since then...
And it's not
then,
there anymore. I did the same thing.
Yeah,
oh my
dude,
goodness.
he's now just chilling here, 7-star, year 1, level 1. I do, though, want to get him built up while I farm these Razor Crest shards over like the next few months with the whole Galactic Conquest. So I'm hoping I can get him geared up, but man, that guy's gear is a pain in the ass.
It's
tough.
so
it's so bad.
It's
terrible.
So bad. On your video that's coming out tomorrow, I ended the video by complaining about how much I hate CG for doing stuff like this, but they got us again. The only reason I actually farmed him, aside from the materials that no longer exist, that's not really a thing anymore, is I'm really hoping and praying, and I'm betting the viability of my roster on my main account that the Mandalorian faction is going to have one last character to replace Canderous Ordo that's going to make the Mandalorian faction fantastic. Now, on the video I did yesterday, I talked about how Armor Lead is kind of like Basilishan Lead Light, and that if you have them already at 3 stars, whatever, maybe you did the Marquee event and you're still a new to mid-game player, they have some viability because of that protection up. You're going to get great banners on offense if you go against a weaker team. And then the Star Wars guy pointed out that Bo-Katan came out probably the same amount of time after the armor that Jedi Knight Revan came after Basilishan.
Oh, that's right.
And then I pointed out that Bo-Katan's kit is eerily similar to Jedi Knight Revan. It replaces the guaranteed protection up with protection recovery on assists and calls in assists.
Oh my gosh.
These are the massive brain plays that you guys come to my channel to find out. So let's get into the verdict, Ian. I want to hear what you have to say first. Obviously, gearing up the Mandalorian character seems to be a pain in the butt. But if you had a count that was maybe sub-level 85 and you had all of these characters at 3 stars from Marquees, or you're around 1 to maybe even 2 million GP, would you start to preemptively farm some Mandalorian characters in anticipation for maybe that 5th character to come out, or just the fact that these characters are actually already have really good synergy and they could be pretty dominant in Grand Arena? What are you thinking?
Oh, that's a pretty loaded question for me. I'm not at that level, but if we're talking about non 7-star characters in this Mandalorian team and faction, I'd probably still have to say no. Don't worry about these guys just yet. Even if we might get like some awesome 5th, like how I think it was back in the day when Darth Revan was first out, and then a few months later, maybe a couple months later, whatever it may be, Malik came out, and then that whole team was god tier, man. It was amazing. It could be the same thing for this. I'm not going to say it's not, but even then, I still think that you should not push and put all your resources into this faction and team just yet. It's a little bit too early to say that. And some of these guys, mentioning as we just talked about Django and the Mando, like they're great in the whole BH's team. And then you got Bam. He's a pain in the butt to gear. I don't think those people who are, at that level of in the game rather, they don't have this guy 7-star. That's just not going to happen. So everybody else here, Armor, you got Canderous, Sabine, and then Bo-Katan, that's 4. And then probably the 5th being like one of these Empire Mando guys. Like maybe that's still going to be doable, but still, like I think it's way too early for that. And I do agree, talking about how Armor is like that Bastila lead, and then now this Bo-Katan's like that JKR. It makes so much sense to me. I didn't even think about that.
I was raging in yesterday's video. Like I was compounding my hatred for capital games. They seem like reskinned characters to me, to be honest. So I was like, if we
Dude,
get a
yeah.
Mando that has a revive, I might quit Galaxy of Heroes. If we get a Jolie
Oh,
Bindo as a
dude,
Mandalorian character,
don't say that, bro. Ah.
like if
Well,
it's
I
like
mean,
Beskar armor Grogu with a revive or something, I quit. No more Star Wars Galaxy of
well,
Heroes
here's the
videos for
thing.
me.
What I was thinking and looking at this so far, our only tank that we have in this whole faction is Gar Saxon. Nobody else has a tank tag. And he's not like, if I remember correctly, he is not that durable of a tank in the game. So like, I think if we were to get any fifth, and I do think we will, I think we'll be getting a tank, a taunt, whatever it may be, that will
Hmm.
be absorbing a lot of the hits and playing off of her lead, with extra assists and stacking some more damage. But heck, if we get a revive here too, that'll be over the top. That'll be so silly, man. It would be ridiculous how dumb that would be.
It would be pretty
I
dumb.
yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, I think that's super dumb. I don't think we really want to worry about revives, but even then, if it does happen to have revive, there are so many teams nowadays that stop revive, so it wouldn't be that big of a difference. But yeah, I think the fifth should be a tank if I were to speculate correctly. I know there's a few more guys in that whole gosh, what is it? The Night Owls, I think. I don't
Hmm.
even know their whole
You're
whatever
not
their
you're not
clan is.
stepped up on your lore right now.
Dude,
Haven't
my
been
lore
reading the
sucks.
books.
It's so bad. But we had that one chick. I don't even know freaking her name, dude. But you got her.
The Bo-Katan's friend.
Yeah, she's pretty hot. And then you got the
Could we
other
get a
dude, like the
Satine?
wolf.
Could we get a Duchess Satine?
Is
I
that her name?
prophesized Duchess. No, the Obi-Wan's girlfriend. We could
Oh
get
my
Duchess
gosh,
Bo-Katan's sister.
dude, she could be like.
She
She
could
could be
be
like
the
a Mando
revive.
Pawn. The revive. Mass revive for all Mandos. Boom, click a button, they're all back.
That'd be s-
Imagine.
I'm thinking we got to get Duchess Satine, or we're gonna get like a Mando season 3 character in like a year or something like that. It's got to be one of those two. If they throw
Dude,
us a generic Mandalorian character, I'm gonna be mad.
but that's what it has to be something very generic because you come out with a Bo-Katan that's like the lead now for the Mandalorians,
Hmm.
and you don't keep, expounding upon that. You gotta do something. If you're CG and you just brought out this character and you want people to focus the resources onto that, you're going to want to have a fifth and somebody else add in there very, very soon. And looking at the TV show, the characters you might want, you got to think about the Mandalorians. Who I mean, honestly, who could it be without thinking about her immediate Night Owl clan of Mandalorians? Like, I
Hmm.
don't know who else it could be. I don't think there's anybody else to my mind. So, like, that's my thinking, at least, having one of those guys be that fifth, or having some reworks here as well. I could see both of those things happening. I mean, we just kind of saw the Canderous and Sabine. I think it was Sabine's special on Demolish or Big AoE got a bit of a touch up to have more synergy with the Mandalorians, and then the same thing with Canderous's unique. I'm not sure which one it was, but I think it was one of his. Oh no, it's the Mandalorian veteran. That first one, he
Hmm.
got touch up there as well, just barely. So like, this team will still be good, even without a fifth, in my opinion, because of how this whole team will function. But to make it even that much better, that fifth will need to come out if CG wants people to actually put their resources into a team like this. I mean, just now, as is, Bo-Katan lead with the armor's Beskar that she gives out, and then you have the new Canderous and how he's kind of be working with his unique. Giving him 3 stacks of Beskar armor gives him counterattacks, and then if you were to use her lead special with the taunt rather,
Death by
and
dots.
then you get a bunch of
He
counterattacks,
would turn
and
into
then
Conquest Canderous,
dude,
attacking 30 times in a row.
broken. And then guys, Relic 7 Candy or whatever, I think Relic 8, his offense, his physical damage is top tier.
Ridiculous.
It's like top 5 in the game. It's ridiculous. So like, imagine, I just want to put this into your brain. My last thoughts here. Canderous with the 3 stacks of Beskar, what does he get? Like more protection regain with that.
Hmm.
You get
Counterattack, stuff like that.
counterattacks. Yeah, all that sort of stuff. And then
Canderous could be the tank.
you have him countering. Hey, he could be a tank, and then you have him countering more debuffs, more of those assists, and then playing into par with Gar Saxon, unique whenever he has. Wait, hang on. What does it say? Whenever an ally attacks during an enemy's turn, so like the counterattacks, right? He will be assisting, and then you have him resetting his cooldowns on basic, dealing a lot more damage with AoEs and TMR. I mean, it's there, guys. I think something is there, but
Another thing, just to throw in there really quickly,
yeah,
Ancestral Armor allows you to put up a self taunt. Canderous could force the taunt on himself.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That taunt, man, you can force taunt him easy, and he gets some TM early on. I think it's based off of what is it, like a debuff or no? What is it again? Critical damage. Gosh, I can't even think.
I
Whenever an
haven't used
enemy, here it
Canderous
is.
in so long, man.
It says right here, whenever an enemy with a dot effect is damaged by an attack, he gains 8% TM. So like, gosh, imagine he just spams basics. He'll be in like nearly a loop of spamming basics over and over again. That'd be kind of hot, actually. I want to see that.
That would be
Somebody
pretty
who is a
legendary.
whale, please get a Relic 7 Canderous, get Bo-Katan, and then just give the armor's Beskar to that guy. And I want to see him pop off. I want to see him be invulnerable. I can see it happening, man. I can see it happening. But like again, I still think a fifth is needed for this team. Just what with what we have right now, I don't see it being that great. Maybe it's like a very niche counter
Mm-hmm.
and a team, but definitely need another fifth added in here to make them all evened out and make sense for people to actually want to farm them. Because who the heck wants to get a Relic 7 Canderous for a mediocre team at best? You want to actually force these people with a new fifth to make them want to get this whole team built up. So that's my last thoughts. I'm talking a lot, but that's all I got for now.
It's all good, man. Yeah, no, I agree. There has to be something in there because in order to have the quote unquote full Mandalorian team, you need BAM, and BAM is a pain in the butt to get. So they need either another marquee character so that like you have that little taste, you have that 3-star character, maybe you play around with it a little bit in the galactic challenges or something like that. I think that's how they're baiting us into getting ready to buy another character that's going to make this whole team really good. Or, they could drop another legendary, maybe something like that. Just any way that they can get us invested into this team so that, we feel like actually relicating our Canderouses or our armors or our Bo-Katans or whatever. So
Yes.
I think we're getting
Yes.
something soon.
I agree. I definitely agree.
All right, man. Well, thanks for being on. It's always a pleasure. If you guys are watching this video today, make sure tomorrow or Friday, I think, you go over to his channel and check out the video I did with him. It was a banger. Some massive brain theory crafts. Look at this. Look at this massive forehead I have. Massive forehead stuff was going down over there. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.